Welcome to this Yin Yoga practice for beginners and all levels. My name is Devi Daly, and this is a really good place to start if you've never done Yin before or if you're just getting started. So the practice of Yin Yoga is done with very passive and gentle postures, and everything's on the floor. You could be on a carpet, you could be on a rug, or you could be on a yoga mat, of course. For this practice, you're not going to need any special yoga props aside from the floor that you're practicing on. We'll bring a lot of healing into the joints, we'll bring a lot of mindfulness, a lot of attention, a lot of self-care into our practice. Let's begin in a cross-legged position. If you want to use a cushion under your seat or a folded blanket, then that might make it a little more comfortable. That's totally up to you. We'll close the eyes, hands rest on the legs, sitting up tall, and taking these first few moments just to arrive here on your mat or on the floor, wherever you're sitting. Notice how you're feeling, and notice if there's any tension in your body that you're holding that maybe you don't need to be holding. If you could take a breath in to your body, into your spine, into your heart, and exhale and just relax everything a few more degrees. And again, inhale. Exhale and soften. One more inhaling breath. Exhale. And let the eyes open as you come into butterfly pose. So bringing the soles of the feet together and holding around the ankles or around the feet or the toes as you soften your body forward. You could choose to sit up on a cushion for this. And now take a moment to feel a kind of a strong way to do this pose. So you could lengthen your spine, you could bring your shoulders back, you could engage your thighs a little bit, maybe even kind of pull yourself forward with your arms. And now the contrast to that is the way that we want to hold this pose. We relax, let go of that effort, soften your shoulders. This is where we want to be. Let your spine round. Your hands might continue holding your toes, or they might rest forward on the floor. And now is the time to just be, to relax. There's nothing else you need to do here, but let gravity hold your body in this position. And notice where you feel the sensations, maybe some stretch of the inner thigh on both sides, maybe some stretch of the lower back or the middle back. Whatever you're feeling, breathing into it. And each time you exhale is an opportunity to soften a little more. And now slowly coming up, unfurling the spine, drawing the knees together, and come onto your back. Find a comfortable resting position on your back, any way that your body wants to rest so that you can feel the effects of the pose. This time is called the rebound. And during the rebound, we just let the energy flow. There might be a feeling of energy kind of flooding or flushing through the places that we're stretching. Maybe some strong sensation in the lower back or the inner thighs. entering into a place of witnessing, feeling, and being in this moment, in this body. And now slowly bend your knees, hug them into your chest, wrap the arms around, gently rock side to side, feeling your lower back. And roll all the way over to one side to make your way onto your belly for Sphinx pose. So for the Sphinx pose, you'll come onto the belly with the elbows on the ground and the forearms on the ground. The palms can face down. And make sure your elbows aren't too far back or too far forward. You want to feel quite supported here, so that you can just rest into the bones of the arms without using muscular strength to hold yourself up. And now a more traditional way to do a back bend in yoga and in other exercise might be to engage your thighs. So try that with me for a moment. Kind of press the tops of your feet into the ground, engage your thighs, press strongly down into your elbows and kind of pull your hands back so it's like you're pulling your ribs forward. And now release that effort completely. Do the exact opposite. Relax your legs, relax your hands, let your spine just kind of hang from the shoulders. And this is the more yin way to hold the pose, with the muscles relaxed and with the idea of letting gravity do the work. Letting the breath flow easily and naturally. And now slowly releasing, come down onto your belly and stack your hands, rest your forehead on your hands. And just relax here as you feel the effects of the pose on your lower back. And breathe into your lower back. And now lift the head, place the hands at either side of the chest, and press your hips up and back to child's pose. Hips come all the way back toward the heels. Arms stretch out in front of you. Rest your forehead on the ground. And this is just a little rebound position we'll take, resting here for a few moments to feel the effects of the back bend and to feel the spine now bending in the opposite direction. Taking a deep breath into your body, filling the back of the body. And exhaling and soften and relax your spine, your lower back especially. Deep breath in. Long breath out. And now coming up and sitting with the legs in front of you, we'll come into half butterfly pose, taking the left leg forward and the right leg bent to the inner upper thigh. And the hips can be kind of angled between the knees, or you could turn your hips more toward your extended leg. This is just something you can feel out for yourself. As you come down, maybe you like the feeling of coming over the leg, or maybe you like to come to the inside of the leg. And this is very individual because we all have different hips. And what we're going for here is a stretch of the hamstrings, the back of the thigh. And now taking a moment to feel that more active way of doing a forward bend, where we could pull the hands back, maybe pull back on the shin if your hands are on your leg, or pull back on the ground and kind of get the ribs forward, get the spine to lengthen forward. It might feel good for a moment, but it would not feel very good to hold this for the whole time we're going to be here. So we'll do the opposite now. Let go of the effort. Soften the head, soften the shoulders, soften the spine. It's not important to reach the foot. It might be something that happens easily for you, but if not, it's really just about getting gravity to take your body into the stretch. And if you're not having that experience, then use a cushion under your seat and see if that helps. And wherever you are, whatever shape your body is in, feeling into the hamstrings and taking a breath into the back of the leg. And as you exhale, relax and surrender into the pose a little bit more if you can. And now slowly coming up, and with the spine upright, changing the legs. Take your time, right leg forward, left leg in to the inner upper thigh, and turning toward the leg, coming down, or if you want to veer more toward the inside of the leg, it's totally your choice. Once you find the angle that your body wants to be at, then lift your chest, take that long spine, that more active yang way of doing the pose. And now with your exhale, soften and find the yin way of doing the pose. So yin and yang are opposite pairs. Yang, some people pronounce it yang, and whichever way you pronounce it, they are the opposite energies. Yang is more active and strong, where muscles are engaged if you're talking about exercise. Yin is more relaxed and soft. Muscles are relaxed and not engaged. As you find this stretch, as you notice where you're feeling it in your body, maybe your hamstrings, maybe your lower back, inhale deep into those places. And exhale, relax, inviting the body to soften. And slowly releasing, coming all the way up. Take both legs in front of you and come all the way onto your back, relaxing for a rebound, any comfortable position on your back, to feel the effects of half butterfly pose. Noticing what you feel, especially in the backs of your legs, the backs of your thighs, and your lower back. Any energy that might be moving here, any sensations of heat or tingling or fullness. Breathing as you rest. And now bending your knees, hugging both knees into the chest. Gently rock side to side. And roll over onto one side, pushing up into a seated position for square pose. Now for square pose, begin with the right shin on the bottom, coming parallel with one edge of your mat, and then the other shin on top of it. So the ankle might be on top of the knee, the ankle might be crossed farther over. Some people even like to have the knees closer to being on top of each other. That's up to you. And if this is too much for your legs, try it this way with both feet on the ground and you're simply crossed at the shins. And now as you come forward, your hands can be on the ground. Or if you come forward farther than this more easily, you could support your head with blocks or cushions. And we're stretching here into the glutes on the left side. The left buttock is our target area. Nothing you need to do but surrender into gravity. Inhaling into what you feel, into the place where you feel it. And exhale to let go a little bit more. Breathing in and breathing out. And now slowly coming up and slowly changing sides. Left leg on the bottom, right leg on top or in front as you make your way forward. If you're finding this position to be difficult, then use a cushion under your seat. Sometimes the higher you lift, the more you can get the pose to agree with you. And we're switching our target area to the right buttock now, right glutes. And let's take that contrast here as we lengthen the heart forward and engage the legs, just squeezing the muscles of the thighs here. Feels good for a moment, right? But we don't want to do this for a really long time, so we're going to relax and surrender, soften, let the spine round if it wants to, let the head relax, and especially let the legs relax, the muscles of the legs. And now inhaling into these mighty legs, these mighty thighs, these mighty glutes. And as you exhale, invite them to soften a little bit more. Invite your whole body to soften. And slowly now coming up, releasing square pose, and make your way onto your back for a rebound. Again, any comfortable position on the back, feeling into the legs. How are the legs responding to the pose that you just did? How do the glutes feel? And do you feel energy flowing or moving in any other part of your body now? And as you take a breath in to your whole body, feel the breath moving. And as you exhale, feel the breath coming out as you soften your body, as you deflate your belly. And you're resting here as your breath continues to flow. And now bending your knees, hugging them into your chest. And rock side to side. We're going to be moving it into spinal twist. So let's touch the feet down to the ground and lift the hips up for a moment. Move them to the right, maybe about 6 inches, more or less, depending on your body size. We'll take the knees in and over to the left. And where we want to end up is so that the right hip is kind of easily stacking on top of the left. We'll take the right arm out to the right side, and this left hand is on top of the legs to anchor them down. And our target area here is the spine to twist, twisting the spinal column, lower spine, middle spine, upper spine. Some people like to have the head centered, and some people like to turn it out to the right a little bit more toward the arm that's extended. Make any final wiggles or adjustments that you need to find comfort here. And then take a deep breath in to fill your ribs, to fill your back, to fill your belly. And exhale. With each breath, with each exhale, softening into the twist a little bit more with your spine. And now releasing the twist by slowly bringing your knees back up to the center and slowly shifting to the other side. Bring your hips over toward the left side of your mat. Draw both knees in and over to the right. And extend your left arm out to your left side as you take your right hand onto the outside of the knees. Making any final adjustments, any final wiggles on this side so that you feel like you can really just let go into the support of the earth. So your body can kind of melt down in the shape that it's in. And now taking a breath into the belly, the heart, and the spine. And as you exhale, soften the spine into this twisting shape. Continuing to breathe your natural breath in and out. And now slowly releasing. Bring your knees back up to the center. Straighten out your hips and your knees and your shoulders to come into a final relaxation. This pose is called Pentacle pose, where we rest on the back and spread the arms and legs out. So a 5-pointed star, or you could call it a snow angel pose, star pose. Any angles of arms and legs that feel good to you so that the energy can really flow now through your hips, through your shoulders, through your arms and legs. And as we took several small rebounds in the practice, now we're taking a big rebound to feel the entire body, everything that has happened, every different position your body has stretched in and rested in, and every breath that your body has taken during this practice. Now take another deep breath into your belly, your heart, your back, and open your mouth to exhale. And feel your body surrendering into the ground a little bit more. Feel the rhythm of your breath. Feel the weight of your body. And sense into the energy of your body. And now once again, a deep breath into your belly, your heart, and your back body. And exhaling, and begin to wiggle your fingers and toes and stretch your arms over your head. Interlace your fingers and press the palms up and away. At the same time, press the legs together and press down through your feet. So you're long, stretching it all out. Inhale. And now exhaling, bend your knees and gently roll to one side, coming up to find a comfortable seated cross-legged position. Closing the eyes, feeling your spine tall. And feeling the energy of your body now with your spine upright. Thanking yourself for doing this practice, for taking care of yourself. And welcoming the rest of your day with an open heart as you bring your palms together in front of your heart. And this closes our practice today. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful rest of your day.